after bar after bar after bar after bar. I'm too persistent with increment, no cast. Get it on my own, no collab.
Alright, so I thought that this already came out like months ago or whatever, and I didn't react to it, and I thought that I was just gonna watch it in my own time. But then I come on to grilling, I type in Sneako grilling and that, and then I see that it came out 11 hours ago. So let me know if this came out and it was re-uploaded, or if it was just like previewed or something. For some reason I thought that this was already out from time and that, you know what I'm saying? But this apparently just came out or whatever. So we got Sneako and CHIAN do not agree, apparently grilling with Sneako. Let's see what I got on and that, you know what I mean? He was doing like a Europe tour, he was in China at one time. I seen that when he was chatting to Critical and them thing there, you know what I mean?
I don't think I'm gonna find it, but it's gonna be a good way for me to exercise my charm and my bobbing and weaving skills on a date. We'll see how it goes and see if I'm really misogynistic. This is why I'm on Rumble, because what I say is not safe enough for YouTube, but I think I can manage her grilling. I deal with a lot.
I was all shit and looking bare dapper and them thing. I feel you, blood, you know what I'm saying? Normally, man, this guy's on a tee with his weird ass angled camera and them thing there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Going crazy and that, bro. So let's see him in this kind of environment.
More
thing there,
haram every single day on a panel of 10 haram women. This is nothing. This is, I'm trained, I'm ready to go.
Is he actually
She
Muslim?
can ask me whatever she likes.
Did he do that 'cause of
I'm an
Andrew
open
Tate?
book. I'm one of the most honest people I know. So honest, I think that's why they had to ban me on YouTube. Sniper out now on all platforms.
Shout out to Castillo on that, bro. Really set the trend in them thing there. Goddamn, CHIAN. Normally she's on point, you know what I'm saying, blood, you know what I'm saying, with the shoes and them thing, the outfit and them thing. But I'm just saying, I don't know if it's the lighting, but the face and the legs, colour's not matching right now. Colour grading could have been better. Mickey, I lie, you know what I'm saying? Could have been better, man. I like the fit though. Everything's blended. Okay, CHIAN looks scared
Hello, how
right
are
now.
you?
No kissing.
Great.
Nice to meet
give me
you.
a hug.
He has never gotten up for anyone. Listen, CHIAN, if you feel endangered, just blink twice and that, but I'll be right there. You know
Great
what I'm
to meet
saying,
you.
blood?
You look
Nice to meet
great.
you.
I wasn't knowing what to expect.
Thank you, you look nice yourself.
Thanks. I put on a good shirt.
Yeah, it's a very nice shirt. Oh, he's handsome and he looks nice.
My apologies for being late.
It's okay, better late than never.
Essex is a bit far. I did not think we were gonna come all the way here. I was in London.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's good to be back. I haven't seen grilling in a long time.
Yes, well, we're back. So, CHIAN,
Nice to meet you, Sneako.
nice to meet you, Sneako.
I actually think she
I don't know
looks
what
really
to expect
good.
with this one, you know.
I like her hair, her outfit.
So, Sneako, tell me about yourself.
What do you want to know?
Let's start with your hobbies and interests.
Hobbies and interests.
This is
I'm
stuff.
working all the time recently, so there's not a lot of time to do anything extracurricular. I consider this fun. I enjoy talking to...
Dating?
Well, I enjoy talking to beautiful women, but it's still work at the same time.
Oh, okay.
I'm always working.
Always working.
Always, yeah.
No sleep. So where's your accent from?
I grew up, I was born in New York City.
So what's New York like compared to London?
It's very similar. It's,
What's this
it's
guy's
kind of
heritage,
identical
bro? That's
in a
what
lot
I
of
wanna
ways.
know.
It's getting infected by wokeness quite a bit.
Infected by wokeness?
It's getting infected.
What do you mean? I think I'm woke.
Do you?
Yeah, I think I'm woke. I'm conscious.
Big red flag. Giant red flag. I'm not really sure what she means by that word. People always use that word. In
That's what I'm saying, bro. And it gets misconstrued in that, bro. Some people say I'm woke and that. I'm like, what does that actually mean, type of thing? You know what I mean?
scenarios, but that's
What does that entail?
kind of want to leave.
What is wokeness to you?
Wokeness is using weakness as a virtue. It's finding power and being a victim.
God, he's opinionated.
It's just virtue signaling. So blaming things for racism, blaming everything on sexism, on misogyny, on other circumstances. People like to latch on to identity politics to give them justification for where they are in life.
It's gonna be a long day.
Or make climate change their personality because they need to feel like they're oppressed. It's everybody wanting to think that the system is
Not
against them.
necessarily though, because if it's actually happening, it's actually happening. It's not like you want to feel oppressed. People are actually getting oppressed type of thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you can either choose whether you want to keep them being oppressed or actually do something about it and try to come out your situation. But you can't say people like to feel like if it's actually going on and that just because it ain't the 1800s and that and people ain't on slave ships and da doesn't mean that certain efforts aren't still going on type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
When the system is actually giving us these ideas to just keep us distracted and keep us fearful and always yelling about nothing. That's London, that's New York.
But at the same time, like, everyone has a different reality. My experience as a woman is very different to yours as a man. So of course I might call it misogynistic and sexist.
But latching onto that and blaming the world for being misogynistic will hold you back more than however misogynistic the world actually is. If you believe these ideas, your thoughts and beliefs, they end up emulating and creating your reality.
Yeah, you manifest it, right?
So if you walk into a room and you sit down here thinking that I'm misogynistic or that the world is oppressing you, what's gonna happen is you're gonna see more of it and you're gonna be thinking that and the world's gonna respond to that.
I don't have a victim mentality, but it's really hard to not...
The thing is, you can still call things out and that and still choose to do something about it and that. Just because you call something out doesn't necessarily mean that you're choosing to be put down by it. You can call something out and still actively, you know what I'm saying, not want to be in that situation type
thinking that the world's going to respond to that.
I don't have a victim mentality, but it's really hard to not let things burn you a little.
Like what?
Experiences, for example, even dating, right? I consider myself a very nice, homely girl. I would go on a date, and it's like I could be the woman that you want, but it's still not enough for a man that's not ready. So then that would initially be a bad experience for me. So then say if I'd done that, and I'd gone off into the world and done that with 10 other men, 10 more men on body count that is an issue for you, men. So then it's like, where do we stand as women? Because there's a lot of good women that have the same morals and ethics that I have that are going into the world, and it's like, if a man's not ready, he won't wife you.
What does that have to do with misogyny?
If I'd done that with like 20, 30 men, you'd be quick to say, your body counts too much. And then it starts to have this battle of the sexes with the double standard and the behaviour and the way men disrespect women for wanting to be as liberated as a man sexually.
So you want to have as much sex as a guy?
No, but I'm saying, like, whether I did or whether I didn't, because of the way the world is and the way it views things, how do we keep it fair then?
Well, double standards exist for a reason. It doesn't have to be oppression. If this was an actual restaurant in this scenario, I'd be paying, regardless. Like, no matter what, no matter how the date went, even if you stormed off, even if you thought it was a misogynist, whatever, I'm still paying. And I'm not going to complain about that double standard.
Man. Certain man will say, yeah, I'm just going toilet and that slip out and them thing there. You know, certain man are demons and them thing there. You know,
that's just, they exist for a reason. We have different roles that we're supposed to play. Double standards exist for a reason. It has a negative connotation because of female ego, but just get over it. We have different roles, and it's extremely important that we play those roles.
It's because no one likes to be on the losing side of a double standard, but it exists for a reason and that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Double standards exist in terms of a disadvantage for men and women and that, bro. It's not just like one-sided or whatever, fam. You know what I'm saying? No matter who you are, bro, what race you are, you know what I'm saying? There are double standards there and that, but they just exist in that. And just how the world works and that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, not everyone thinks the same and that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
This is what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
A woman should keep her body count as low as possible.
Really?
There's always someone out there for everyone, man. That's what people don't realize. Not everyone's gonna say, oh yeah, that woman has 10, 20 bodies, but oh yeah, you're a hard cat. You know what I'm saying? Certain men are gonna accept you for who you are type of thing. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta keep on searching and that. You know what I'm saying? Might be longer and that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Men, and wanting like a woman that is basically a virgin. So what's your body count?
Sniper out now on all platforms. What's yours?
No, we're not doing that.
Okay. Should a man pay the bill?
I've paid the bill. Like, I don't mind paying a bill, if that makes sense. I don't mind splitting it. But I think it's nice. I do like traditional values in that aspect where if a man is a protector and a provider, then look after me, you know, then pay the bill. But I think it's unfair to expect...
The only thing I don't like about when women say I like the traditional sense of things is that they don't hold their end of the bargain. I'm personally not a so-called traditional person, but I'm more of a team type of thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Off of who I am, bro, I'll more so take care of all the bills and all of them thing there, blood, you know what I'm saying? Type of thing, because that's just who I am. But I'm also see the thing as a team and that, blood, you know what I'm saying? 50-50 and them thing there, bro. You can cook, I can cook. You take care of the kids, I can take care of the kids and that, blood, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Kind of like that type of thing, bro. But normally, today's women, when they say, oh yeah, I like a traditional man, bro, they're not acting like a traditional woman type of thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? They want all the perks and the benefits and that, but then they don't want to hold up their end of the bargain. You know what I'm saying?
To pay the bill.
So what expectations do you have of men?
I have really low expectations now. I'll be honest, it's doing this show.
It's changed your expectations of men?
Yeah, so they're very little now.
Do they have to make more than you?
To be fair, you don't have to make, in an ideal situation, I would love for a man to earn more money than me, be a protector, be a provider, but unfortunately, with the way a lot of people see the world and society sees the world with the men that are the high earners, they can't fit what I want from a man.
What do you want? I don't really know.
So when it comes to like the provider, protector, you don't need to be a millionaire. I just want someone that can come home, look after his kids, kiss his wife, and give me love, and then play with the kids on the weekend and just have a nice life. But in reality, men that want to provide for you are the people that are out working, that go away on work trips, that have side women and all that, and I don't want that.
I don't think she knows what she wants. What she needs is a man to say, no, this is how it's going to be.
Change, man.
But to find that guy who will do that for her is going to be difficult. Maybe you want that guy, you just don't want to know about the extracurricular activities.
No, but it's not knowing. I just want someone that's going to be about me. It's just not a nice thought, because it's like...
So don't think about it.
What do you mean, don't think about it? No, it's not don't think about it. If you've got my mind, my body, my heart and my soul, like, why should you then just like disregard it and be out here in the club with other women?
I'm disregarding it by not telling you.
Honestly, all this show does is make me have very low expectations.
But this is entertainment, man. No one's taking this serious, man.
You can be very powerful.
Then don't actively seek it out.
But it just happens, and this is the thing. Women come to women as a woman. I'm coming to you as a woman. Is this your man?
Ignore them. Those are always jealous hoes. Those are always the girls that are like just trying to, they're jealous that you have a good relationship with the man that you're happy with. You can't listen to other women because they don't give good advice to each other. A lot of women are extremely miserable, and misery loves company. They don't want to see you succeed, because women get extremely jealous when they see a woman get married. So they're going to want to bring you to the club and do the same garbage they're doing. Girls that go and like, as a woman, it's never a happy woman.
Because she's hurt. She's also hurt because she was sold dreams by men that wanted to have their cake and eat it. Yep, except a man that cheats on you, basically.
Stop chatting about this and that. You know what I'm saying? You man already know what the top 1-2% are on and that. But times are changing that. We don't live in a village and that, bruv. You know what I'm saying? We are go to the farm and da-da-da, bruv. Now there's all these things that you can go do and them thing there, and you want to live life and that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to be with a certain caliber of man, you got to accept what comes with it. And that times have changed, man. There's too many extracurricular activities out here to do, especially for a rich person and that, to not want to indulge in that, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there is probably that one man out there, blood, that are at that 1% type of lifestyle and them thing there, bruv. You know what I'm saying? That will love you and stay faithful in them thing there, bruv. You know what I'm saying? But majority in that, blood, man, them are trying to just live life and that, bro. You know what I mean?
That's not what men are going to say to other men. Men are going to tell each other how to have a happy relationship and how to act properly. And women are just going to tell each other, but women are just going to tell each other, leave him. He's doing this. Look through his phone.
Why shouldn't women be allowed or want to have a man that's just loyal to them? You know?
Loyalty doesn't have to be sex for men. It's not.
Here we go again, another misogynist. It's your body, like, why can't it matter to you as a man?
But you can't apply the way you view sex to the way men view sex.
Personally, I wouldn't cheat, like I always say this, I wouldn't cheat in that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it's true, sex for men and sex for women are two completely different things and that, you know what I'm saying? A man will just mash a person down just for the sake of mashing them down and move on to the, you know, blood. But a woman is different in that, bro. You know what I'm saying? More so there's a certain connection there, bro, if they want a majority of women anyway and that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because there are girls out here that are devious and that, blood. They will mash you down and throw you to the side and that onto the next type of thing, you know what I'm saying? But men is definitely that thing, but you know what I'm saying? They can mash 2, 3, 4, 5 gal and that, blood, you know what I'm saying? And they won't mean anything to them, and that is true. You know what I mean? That's just our nature. And
we will never see it the same way. We don't see it as like we're losing our purity. Our purity is not attached to sex the same way a woman's is.
Yeah, but that's because men put the purity on us as women, so I feel like men give us this pressure.
Do we give?
Not necessarily.
I think women put attachment on that purity just as much as men do. What's the first thing a woman says to insult another woman?
Yeah, no.
You, because deep down we all know that that's how a woman's value is measured.
It's just exhausting trying to find the balance. Now, what makes a good woman?
A good woman provides a spiritual balance. I'm a very busy guy. I have a flight later on. I have a lot of businesses. I have a lot of people attacking, and I have some enemies, stuff like that. And so there's a lot of pressure.
Enemies?
I need a woman that can provide that balance and
life, man. You know
that she can pray for me, that loves me, and is happy, and is around, and she presents herself well. It's not that complicated. It's not that hard to please a man. Cook, clean, smile, happy relationship is that simple.
I feel men don't validate women's emotions enough, because it's like, listen, I can do all that for you. I can bring you peace, I can pray for you, I can make you have a really great, comfortable life. But if you're not giving me peace because I'm unsettled because you're out, you're here.
Why is that unsettling you?
Why is he
By
playing
the end of the day,
dumb
though, you're chatting about you're out, you're this, you're that, blood, you know what I'm saying, bro? But man, them got to make the dough and that, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Like, if a man's out here trying to make the dough for you and them thing and the kids and them thing, the man's going to be out 80-90% of the time and them thing there, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. People don't actually realize what they're actually saying sometimes and them thing. Like, I want this, but this and this comes with it. But then you try to disregard that. And like, you can't do that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Because you should, like, if you're out all the time, like, where are you providing for
Not
me?
all the time.
No, but I'm saying, but if you are on business and you've got a hectic life, there's no peace for me. I'm just at home. you know, because if you're not there, there's not that emotional need, because women, we're emotional.
But you're the one that said you wanted a man that's making P and them thing that makes more money than you and them thing, you know what I'm saying, bro? So if you want a man that makes more money than you and you're obviously seems like you're making a good living for yourself type of thing, a man's got to be of a certain caliber, bro. So if you want that blood, then you cannot then expect him to not be out and actually trying to make, you know what I'm saying? Not every man be working from home and them thing, they ever run some like YouTube thing on, you know what I mean?
So
and
how
even
often
then
do you
people
need me
got
to
to go
check
out,
on you?
network, move
Well,
into
if I'm your
different
woman,
lanes and
every
you get
day.
me?
Every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, morning, before, morning and night.
Yeah.
Call you in the morning, call you at night. It's not a problem.
But do you not see where I'm getting at? If I was raising your children and you're not there, is that fair?
How often do you want me to be there?
No, I'm asking you. It's ideally a good balance. A man needs to be very present in his kid's life.
At a certain age,
Yeah, I agree
from
with
like
that.
ages 0 to 5, the dad doesn't really need to be around.
Okay, now that I disagree with, bro, because personally, I already said this, Sam. If I find the right woman right now and I'm financially stable, bro, I'm having kids, bro. I'm shooting up the club left, right, and center, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? But I know I'm not in that position at the moment type of thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Especially in terms of finding the right person and them thing there, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't even attempt to do that right there, but in terms of being in your kid's life, as a man, as a woman, definitely has to be there, man. So to say that a man doesn't have to be in his kid's life from 0 to 5, you're an idiot, blood. You know what I'm saying, bro? So yeah, I definitely don't agree with that.
You're
you know what I mean?
going to emasculate me if I'm there all the time and I'm changing diapers and the baby's crying.
What kind of dumbass logic are you chatting about? Okay, this is where me and this guy do not see eye to eye on that, bro. What did man said you're going to emasculate me if I'm changing it?
0 to 5, the dad doesn't really need to be around. You're going to emasculate me if I'm there all the time and I'm changing diapers and the baby's
logic.
crying and then you're upset and you're emotional and I'm in that house environment with all these toys and you're like really big and bloated.
The hell are we talking about right now?
I'm gonna be emasculated in that time. I don't need to be around from 0 to 5 that much. I'll show up.
But you do.
What do I need to do? Do you want me to change diapers?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's your child.
It's yours too.
Yeah, but so I'm not saying I'm
Who do you think is
doing
better at changing a diaper, me or you?
100% it is a woman. Like naturally. we're
So
not-
why do you want
I said it is a woman. No, it isn't, bro. Like if you've got experience in changing diapers, you got experience in changing diapers and that, bro. You know what I'm saying? The hell all you have to do is just change a diaper 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times and you get better and better, bro. It's not like, oh yeah, women are better to... Nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's not black and white like that type of thing. Anyone can change a diaper, bro. It's not that deep, bro. I've been babysitting since I was 18. I've been changing diapers since I was like even younger than that and that. You know what I'm saying? In terms of being around babies in my family and them thing there, bro. Like I said, actually babysitting, bro, was like kind of like a job type of thing, bro. You know what I mean, bro? You don't have to be a woman to change a diaper, or you don't have to be a woman to be better at changing that. Anyone can change a diaper, bro. Like, chill out.
me to be doing it if you're better?
Because it's like take the slack. We're raising children together. It's supposed to be a unit. If the core value of a traditional household is men and women together, so we're raising children together.
Who's paying for the house?
Just show up for your kids. That's it. Stand up.
So I will go out and get the money to provide for the home and provide for you.
But regardless, whether you're providing for me, this now is about the children that we're raising together. If a man's not in a child's life, or especially, for example, a female.
And to be honest, that 0 to 5 stage is very important as well. That's the foundation that you're laying on that, bro. You know what I'm saying? The morals that you teach your kids and them thing there, the principles and that, bro. You know what I'm saying, blood? Like, those are very important years in a child's life and that, bro. You know what I'm
Tend to be
saying?
more hypersexual if their father isn't present in the life. Does that not change anything? Would that not make you want to, as a man, be a father and step up and be in that family unit?
Of course I will be there. But from 0 to 5, I don't need to be there all the time. I don't even think I should live at the home.
No, now you took it too far.
I need an apartment somewhere. I don't want to smell the poop and the diapers.
This guy's an idiot.
I don't want to trip over a toy while I'm walking to the bathroom.
You're deluded, mate. So you wouldn't be ready for kids then if you wouldn't want to be there and see all these beautiful moments, like a vital moment of watching your child smile for the first time, watching your child take a first step. That's something you've created, and I feel like as a man, that should be the most powerful thing that you've done. You've created a life. You know, that's your name. That's one thing you've got. You raise a child, you have him in your name, your family name, especially if you have a son, and you don't want to be there and watch their first moments.
I want to be there.
I think that's poor.
But you can record it.
No.
No, I'll be there. I'll be there 2 days.
And this is why I say that this show isn't real, man. This show is fake, bro. That's why if CHIAN's actually basing her real life dating life on this show, blood, she's an idiot. I can't even lie to you, blood, because this isn't real life.
Days out of the week,
You know
but
what
like
I mean?
every single day, just babies crying, and I am going to lose what makes me able to provide for the house and for you and for the kids. We're not gonna both breastfeed.
Not necessarily, blood, because having a kid would actually want to make you grind even more, bro. That would want to make you even a better person type of thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't then lose your edge in that just because you created you and, oh yeah, okay, he's going to carry my name and them thing there, so now I don't have to do anything, but it's all up to him now, bro. You know what I'm saying? When people have kids and that, bro, you know what I'm saying? It changes them as people and that, blood. It makes them grow up even more, makes them mature even more, makes someone to grind even more in that. You know what I'm saying? Even have even more truth. You know what I'm saying? Build more of a leg. Like, you get me, bro. So the logic that he's running with right now is very stupid.
This baby at the same time.
You know deep down it needs to be every day. Like, why wouldn't it be every day?
We could compromise.
No, it's not compromise. It would be you need to be in the house every day. You in the house with your woman, raising your children together.
Okay, you don't need to be in the house every day. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're the main earner and them thing there, bro. You know what I'm saying, blood? But a considerable amount. At least like 4 or 5 days out of the week type of thing.
Being funny, there's enough men on the world that aren't present in their kids' life, and I think it's an absolute shit show, if I'm honest with you. Look at all the single women, look at all the single mothers. You know,
I'm not saying you're going to be single.
No, but that's how it is. What's the point? There is no benefit. Listen, like, as single women, as single mothers, they deal with a lot of slack, you know, and they deal with it. They raise the kids, and it's like there is no difference to a woman that is in a relationship or a marriage raising her children if she's by herself, if her husband's living in a separate apartment. She's basically a single mother.
3 days out of the week.
I mean, not necessarily, blood, because if you are, you know what I'm saying, you don't have to think about the finances and all that issues getting provided for you, blood, you know what I'm saying? I guess that does put you at more of a like advantage in them thing there and just time to fully concentrate on your youths and that. But it still is an ideal dynamic, bro, you know what I'm saying? For you and especially for the kids and that, bro, you know what I'm saying? But you can't really say you're a single mother because single mothers do everything, blood. Literally everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have that financial stress on your head living in a nice yard and you're not but you're still at a disadvantage, but still you're better off than most type of thing. You get me?
Honestly, why are men like this?
It's more impactful if the dad shows up
and
gets to be his best self when he's there.
Yeah, he's there. He's there. You're saying it. These are your own words. When he's there. So what is the point? You're in the club, you're in business, you're doing that.
I don't say anything about the club.
As a business, provide. I get that. Be the provider.
I'm
be the man
saying
of
from
the house.
ages 0 to 5, being there every day is detrimental. At the Google Gaga stage, I don't need to be there all the time. It's just that's the truth. There's no reason for me to be there other than for her to make it fair. If I'm living with my girlfriend all the time, we're gonna end up hating each other. That's where the resentment actually builds. If we have separate apartments and then we get to miss each other and then we get to actually be our best selves when we show up and see each other, the relationship lasts longer because you get to miss each other. That's a very important part of maintaining a relationship.
It's about unity, it's about raising them, that's all it is. I don't even need to argue it anymore, that's what it's about. What are your red flags?
Red flags in a woman, if she doesn't respect her father. That's number 1. Number 2, if she has a high body count. I think if it surpasses half of her age, actually just over 5.
Sneako, have you ever been in love?
I have, yeah. Many times.
Many times?
Many times.
How are those experiences for you?
That was a very therapeutic question, but they were good. I think it's a good learning experience. The difference between a man and a woman falling in love is you notice when a woman falls in love and it doesn't work, it ends up kind of wearing down her soul. Trauma as a man can help build you and make you stronger and help you navigate the world better because in my experience, I learn from actual experience. I have to go through it in order to really understand not to do something. I think a lot of men are like that. But whereas a woman, if she goes through a traumatic experience, if she goes through a terrible relationship, if she has her heart broken, then that changes her view and makes her more cynical going into the next relationship.
Really? I think it's the other way around. I think when men are in love and they go through heartbreak, I feel like they actually don't come back from it.
What makes you say that?
From experiences, from conversations from people, from the way men are.
Guys that are heartbroken, they're in the gym right now. They're starting a business right now. They're trying to.
All I'm saying is I don't really hear men, you know what I'm saying gala trash. Like, bro, every single minute you hear women say men are trash, men are this, men are that, because every single situation and that, you know what I'm saying, is them man think that every single man that comes into their life on a love thing is a Prince Charming and that, bro, you know what I'm saying, and get baited in and get their heart absolutely torn to pieces and that, you know what I'm saying? So now every single sentence is men are trash, men are don't trust niggas, this, that, like, allow me, man.
To improve, they don't want to ever let a woman control their ego like that again.
That's what I mean, like men shut off, like from love. So if you have your heart broken, and it's like they do go militant, and it does probably make them become a better man, but then they're not open to love, and then they do this whole, they don't want to then be loyal to just one woman. They want their options.
That is kind of true for me. My first relation, like in high school, I was all romantic, lovey-dovey, simping, giving her flowers, writing her poems.
It's not simping though.
It is simping.
I think being romantic is not simping. That doesn't make you a simp.
The thing is, man them that say that, I don't think that that's actually them type of thing, bro. I feel like people say, bro, you know what I'm saying? You got to learn what kind of person you are in like relationships, in love and them thing there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't do what you think society requires you to do. Try to find the kind of person you are and act on that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because certain man that be like, oh, I used to give the girl flowers and then she broke my heart and I stopped being like that. Now I'm an F-boy type of thing. Like that wasn't you in the first place in that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people that actually like find who they actually are. It's like people think that you can either be a simp and an F-boy. It's like that's the only two things you can be, bro. Either a simp and an F-boy. There's no in between. There's no this or that. There's no percentage. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're either this or you're that type of thing, bro. And I feel like that's why people get things misconstrued in that, bro. And people don't like learn to like know who they are type of thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I can say maybe I am that kind of person right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? But just because a girl breaks my heart, I'm not now going to turn into an F-boy, because that's actually who I am and them thing there, bro. Once you know your morals and principles and who you are, no one can like sway what you are and who you are and them thing there from just one situation and that, bro. No matter how detrimental it is and them thing there, bro. You know what I'm saying?
If you're showing love and affection to someone you love, that's not simping. Like, you're not doing too much.
But
that's showing...
respect and love and attention has to be earned from a woman. You can't just give it to her thinking that the more I love her, the more she's gonna love me. It has to be reciprocated. I think this goes for a lot of guys. It's not heartbreak, it's just understanding female nature. If I'm writing all these poems and giving her all these flowers and there's another guy out there...
Okay, writing poems is crazy. Writing poems is crazy, blood. Writing a poem in front of a girl is crazy. And for my wife, yes, bro. You know what I'm saying? Maybe every once in a while and them two writing poems for me. And this is what I'm saying. People are not going off what they actually, how they actually are, bro, in those situations. They're just going off what they think the ideal thing is. Like, oh, okay, the world says I should do this and this, so let me do this and this. Like, what? Like, come on now, man. The man said write poems and them thing there, bro. This guy was literally living in a fairy tale.
Who's not giving her attention and is maybe more accomplished, or she wants attention from that guy because of what he is. If I'm giving you all the attention from the jump, then you have nothing to work for. Women want to work for attention just as much as men do. So me writing all these poems and love cards and everything, it's a turnoff if she doesn't have to get something at the same, if she doesn't have to work for it.
No, some women just want love. You know, it's not always about working for it. And I put myself in that situation. Like, I've never been the kind of woman to want the man that doesn't want me. You know, I want stability.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not. You don't even know me, so yes, I would. You know, I'm the woman that wants stability. I'm the woman that wants love. Maybe I'm naive and maybe it is a fairy tale, but that's the way that I see the world. Show me that you want me, fight for me. The moment I know, you've got my respect in the sense of I will ride for you, I will root for you, I will fight for you. But if you're not even showing me that you care, why? Why should I?
The relationship that you're describing, you're gonna get bored of this guy. You want a guy to be with you all the time. You don't have a lot of expectations. You just want a man that loves you. And if you're not having to compete for his attention to some extent, if you're getting all of his attention and he's always available, both of you are gonna get bored.
What she
and then you're gonna
sounded
end up
one-sided as
well.
well.
You're gonna leave.
When I say competing for your attention, I don't mind competing if it's your work, your business. I'm not competing with another woman for you. So if your time is not with me, then have it be at work, but it's not going to be for another woman. I'm not competing over
not one other woman,
man.
But if your man is not getting attention from other women, you're going to become unattracted to him.
No way.
He needs to be desired by other women, or else it's just, you're going to get bored.
Have you ever thought the fact that women are actually desire men that are good men?
You know, sometimes I don't know about that, you know, when people say that, like, girls want their man to be desired by other women and them thing there, bro, to still be, you know, and maybe in the beginning stages and that, bro, you know what I'm saying? But from my experiences and that, bro, when you getting attention from other gal, or you know what I'm saying, and the person that you with actually sees that type of thing, from they get annoyed, they get jealous, and you can see it type of thing, bro. Maybe in the beginning stages, but after a while, I feel like that shit don't even matter.
Your father is a masculine quality. So that's what I'm saying. So you're contradicting what you're saying. It's to be present in a child's life, to do all those things. It makes you attractive. It doesn't emasculate you. It makes you look better. More women want you when you are a present father.
My point is, you are going to want a man that is desired by other women.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So being there and being a present man, and it's for one woman, makes other women want that. You know, so it's down to you as a man to control and have that discipline to not let other women get you. You know,
so
that's what I'm saying. But if you're a very successful man, why can't you be the man that runs it down, holds it down, has this business, is so successful and is loyal to one woman? Do you know that would be probably the most alpha man on the planet, because it's every woman would want that.
Name one of those guys.
I don't know any, because they all sleep with other women because they have options. So that's what I'm saying. So if you really wanted to be that ultimate alpha in general, be the loyal man that has the integrity, has the morals, has the business, and that's it.
You can't even think of one example.
No, because I don't know. It's not in my.
I don't know one either.
But I'm sure there's a lot of men that are loyal, that come up with those. It's like, for example, you could be right now broke and all this, and you could be on a come up with a woman who really is a ride or die, and if you stuck with that woman,
then she's my priority,
and she's your priority, and if your only other attention was on business and it was solely on her, then you would be the most wanted man. Women desire good men, you know, because for you to say that, you're basically saying all men cheat.
Not all
women.
women.
Well, all successful men, the men that you want.
When you're on YouTube and people are doing public interviews and that, oh yeah, what kind of man do you want and them thing there? Or would you prefer like a man that's making an honest living, or would you prefer a trapper, a scammer? And these gal are chatting about, I want the trapper and the scammer. You know, it's not all women in that, bro. You know what I mean?
We need to change this narrative that every woman wants a millionaire. There are men on this planet that have the...
Bro, most gal want a millionaire, bro. Does she not know what kind of environment we're living in right now, bro? You know what I'm saying? It's like she's trying to act like, she's trying to like, what's the word? She's trying to weaponize all the men and act like all the women in the world are innocent and them thing there. Do you not know the type of lifestyle we're living in them thing there? We live in a very treacherous dunya out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? A very, very treacherous dunya. Most gal do want the millionaires and them thing there, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Those morals where they won't cheat and they are for one woman. Like, I don't care what people are saying, that you could argue. Maybe it's a very small percentage of men that wouldn't cheat and would be loyal to one woman. But that man there is the most alpha man on this planet.
That's me.
This is draining.
That's me. You know,
would you be with me if I'd slept with over 20 men?
Come on. Let's be realistic.
Let's be realistic. But if I'd done everything you wanted, prayed for you, protected you spiritually, gave you that...
You wouldn't be able to do that if you fucked 20 guys.
Why? Why wouldn't I be able to?
Your soul would be broken.
How would it be broken?
Look at Black China, bro. Look at Black China. Look at Black China. She was literally industry thought, like, let's call it for what it is and that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now you've been saved and them thing there, blood, took off all the tattoos and them thing there, bro. You know what I'm saying? But the soul seems to be coming back together and that, bro. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, bro. You know what I mean? I feel like all it takes is just that one moment and them thing there for people to realize and, you know what I'm saying, start to be themselves again and that, bro. You know what I mean?
Into a woman's eyes and see her bodies.
Gone.
She has that glazed over look. The more bodies she keeps taking with guys that don't care about her, your eyes right now,
don't even
11, maybe 11, 12. But the more it goes up, it's like... I was nice, I told her 12, but I could tell that it's probably early 20s. And now she has expectations of monogamy, and it's just... that guy is not going to take a girl with a body count that high seriously. I'm sorry. As a woman, I'd say I've got I can be a very feminine woman, but unfortunately...
And it's like I said earlier as well, blood, we live in a treacherous dunya and that, bro, you know what I'm saying? So a woman expecting the 1% man and them thing there, bro, and then to also be loyal and also to be this and that, like we live in a different climate. Same thing with the women and that, bro. Women ain't just at yard now and them thing there, but women are all making their own money and them thing there, living on the ones going on vacation, bro. So you can't expect a woman at the age of 13 all of them thing there to just have one body and that, blood, you know what I'm saying? Look at all these different experiences and extracurricular activities women can do now and that, blood, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, the world's changing that, bro. You can't expect things from back then right now and that, bro, you know what I mean? The world's changing, man. It's moving, bro.
Qualities.
I have a lot of masculine qualities because of the way my life played out, you know, and everything is about circumstances. So it could be the environment I grow up in or whatever it is. So I don't get to be the feminine woman that the world wants me to be because that's not my...
You do seem very feminine, bro. I can't even lie to you. Even sometimes when certain hood man are coming here and chatting about the stories and the way you act all flabbergasted and them thing there, blood, you know what I'm saying? It's in a very feminine way. I've never looked at her and thought she has masculine traits personally, but this is just obviously on standout TV and them thing there. Maybe in the real world and that, bro, you know what I mean? But everything she portrays on this camera right here in this environment and when she's going through these exchanges and that and chatting about life and that, everything she gives me is pure feminine energy, bro.
My life, that's not reality and it's not the way the world is. But there is a massive wave of hyper independent women because men don't step up enough because there are not that many men have the...
Well, we don't live in an environment where men need to step up in that, blood, you know what I'm saying? You guys can literally provide for yourselves and that, bro, you know what I'm saying? Which is one thing why I'm talking. A woman that expects me to do certain things and that, but like a woman that expects me to pay for her life and do this and that, blood, get out of here, blood. You know what I'm saying, blood? But a woman that comes to me, yo, let's work together, bro. And then in the what do you call it, in a certain situation or at a certain point in that, bro, I just start taking care of everything in that, because that's just who I am, blood. You know what I'm saying? But a grown woman that looks at me and says, you're supposed to pay for my life, like you're a teenager or something, or a little youth and that, blood. You know what I'm saying? You're not my responsibility in them thing there, bro. You get me, bro? So, yeah.
Values that would want to cover the bill, that want to do this, you know.
So luckily you're
a gentleman, like you said earlier, going back to you saying that you'd split the bill. You're a gentleman, but this is the thing. There's a confusion where people believe that just because I'm alpha, and then there becomes an arrogance and an ego, and then there's no respect for women at all. So that it makes it harder for women to even respect men, and that's why we have this unbalance.
Like you want a guy to be monogamous, to be at home all the time, but you're also saying you're masculine.
You're not home all the time. I'm not saying you need to be home.
You did say that.
Yeah, I'm saying being present with your children. Looks like we're in for another fight. Come home, sleep in the bed at home.
With the masculine woman?
With the woman, sleep at home with the woman that you had made a baby with.
That would be easier.
You've slept enough times to me and get me pregnant and have a baby, so then stay there every day to raise your child. You can work till 10 p.m. if that's the case, but come home to your woman so your kids can see you in the morning.
Like, I understand in the past, in a traditional culture, them being monogamous to one woman and always coming home, but you're also saying that there's this rise of independent, hyper-masculine women, and you also want men to be monogamous to them. Don't you see how that's going to fail? Because if you're a masculine woman and we're monogamous and we're staying at the house all the time, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna be more feminine. That's not a happy relationship. Even hearing you now say, like, you need to come home, you need to raise a kid, I'm like, I need to go to the garage and like smoke. I need to go and get a beer with the guys. Like, I'm ready to go and hang out. I'm thinking of an excuse to sit in the bathroom and just get some alone time, which is what a lot of guys do with these hyper masculine women who are saying, you need to be here, you need to do this.
If I was then your woman and I'm saying to you, you know, it's Sneako, like...
The thing is, though, when it comes to the youths and that, blood, it shouldn't even be you need to be and you should want to, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's literally your youth and that, blood. You know what I'm saying? But like, when you see parents and them thing there, bro, and the connections parents have with the youths and that, bro, and it's because I've also been around, like, kids my whole life and that, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? So that's probably another thing. And I feel like I'm just naturally good with children and that. With my family literally call me the baby whisperer and that, blood. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I've just naturally have, like, a liking to children and them thing there, bro. So I can't wait to have my own and that. But just as a man in general and that, bro, even if you're the guy, bro, there's certain man out here, bro, that do not want kids whatsoever in that, blood. You know what I'm saying? One of the hardest dons in them thing there, bro. Never see them smile, get a youth, blood, and they just turn into absolute mush, blood. You know what I'm saying, blood? Like, they just completely change, the aura changes and that, blood. You know what I'm saying? The whole perspective on life changes and that because of that one youth and them thing there. So it shouldn't even be like, oh, you have to be forced to be here, bro. You should just want to, man. You know what I mean?
I need you here with me. As your woman, I need you. And so if it's your duty to be my protector and my provider, and I'm calling out for you, and I'm upset, I'm distressed, and I'm calling you, and you're not there, you ain't no alpha, you ain't no protector. Simple as that. I don't know if you could tell, but I love a good debate. And then the way you're saying that, my response would be, okay, I guess I'll come home. Exactly. Then perfect, and then done. That's it, you're home.
Not necessarily, blood, because your energy is going to be, if you're forcing someone to do something compared to, you know, seeing someone actually wanting to do something, that's two completely different energies right there, bro. You know what I mean? Like, if I want to go somewhere, bro, and I actually want to be there, my energy is going to be completely different compared to if you get forced to go somewhere, bro. You know what I mean? You know, like when you were younger and your parents used to force you to go certain places and how your energy was like, no one wants to be around that.
See, what you've created?
No, I've
you
created
have
peace.
Effectively emasculated me. That's not peace.
How has it emasculated you? You've said in the beginning, you said a woman that you're going to provide a stability, you're going to provide...
You don't understand what I'm saying.
No, but that's what you said, and that's how I've heard it, and that's what I'm saying to you. Like, listen, for me as a woman, I understand so many things. You're not understanding what I'm saying. You've made me go from this guy, happy guy, confident, my shoulders are up, to... okay, I'll come home. Yeah, but not every day with your shoulders pumped up. Maybe sometimes you need that moment.
Sometimes you want me...
Sometimes that's compromise and that's a relationship. Sometimes you have to do that.
True. That's
sometimes
true.
Actually listen to a woman. If you want to be able to provide that, just listen.
You want to sometimes simp?
Yeah. 100%.
Okay.
Don't know about that.
No.
Independent means... independent of a man when a woman's talking about
if you're in a relationship with a woman and that's your wife, can you actually be a simp? Because a simp is literally just doing just bare things. Isn't a simp being like doing bare things for a woman without getting nothing back and that, bro? You know what I'm saying, bro? But if you're already in a relationship and that's your wife and that's your husband, you can't really be a simp. You know what I'm saying?
I want her to be dependent on me. I want her, even before we meet, to be dependent on her father, ideally. I don't want an independent girl.
You can, because there are some weird dynamics in relationships and them thing there where like women have all the power or men have all the power, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you can, I guess, you know what I'm saying, depending on the dynamic. But if you're in a happy marriage and that, bro, you know what I'm saying, both of you are a proper unit and that, you can't really be a simp, you know what I mean? Only if your dynamic's completely broken down and that, bro, and you man don't even know what you are.
Boss queen running around here, like I make my money, I don't care at all. It's impressive as a man if you have things go on, you're busy. I don't care if she's busy. That means nothing to me. I want a dependent woman.
With that though, I feel like women like to make it clear that they've got their own money, just so like men like you that are in a better position in life don't call us gold diggers.
I don't think there's anything bad with being a gold digger. I think that a woman should desire rich men.
Yeah, and this is where this generation like gets words misconstrued, like the simp word and that. I feel like people be using it out of context. Same thing with that gold digger word. No, you don't want a gold digger, because a gold digger is someone that basically just wants you for your peas and does nothing for you and that blood. You know what I'm saying? Especially in this generation, you don't want a gold digger and that blood. You know what I mean? I mean, I guess if you're a certain type of man, if you're a man like me that desires connection and them thing, they're a unit, a family, you don't want a gold digger. But I guess for certain man that out here to just, you know what I'm saying, just be with bad gal, do their things, spend their money on gal, like that ain't a problem for them and that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I guess it depends on who you are. You know what I mean?
Man, I mean, that's a smart thing for a woman to want. There's nothing wrong with a woman wanting a rich guy. I think that that's actually a good quality in a woman because it shows.
Yeah, a woman that wants a rich guy, that's calm, but a gold digger, that's something completely different, and that using the words wrong, and that's, I feel like the human beings in general just be mixing things too much and that, bro. You know what I mean?
That she prioritizes a lot of the things that make a man a real man. Why would she not want to be with a rich guy? Why would she not want the best life for her children? Why would she not want to see the fruits?
Gold diggers ain't thinking about children. And the thing is, a gold digger having a child in that blood, that child probably ain't going to have the best life or the best kind of like foundation to even grow up in on that, bro. Because her thinking isn't, oh, I'm going to have a youth, I'm going to raise this youth, blood, I'm going to love this youth. Now her thinking is, yeah, I'm going to have this youth, bro. So now I have something against my man and that, bro. So now I can get even more peace from him type of thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? From the time you have a you and your you isn't your number one priority and that, blood, you know what I'm saying? That kid's life most likely ain't gonna have the best chances and that, you know.
To his labor and travel the world. Why would she not want to be with an accomplished man who's made money to get to the point where he has the experience, he has the qualities? There's nothing, like, gold digger has been shamed a lot. Of course I don't want a girl to take all my money, and we've seen relationships fail like that, which is why you should protect it, but she should want an accomplished rich guy because that shows that he's capable in many different areas of life.
So do you believe a woman should pursue a career?
It's not a bad thing, sure. I think it shows some good qualities, but
I mean, even where I see myself and the way I see my life planning out and them thing there, blood, you know what I'm saying, and just taking care of everything, blood, I'd still want my woman to like have something going for herself and that, blood, you know what I mean? I don't think I could be with a woman that literally just wants to sit at the yard all day, cook, clean it, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta have something going for yourself, man, you know what I'm saying?
I think that she should prioritize raising a family over the career. If she finds the right man.
Oh yeah, at that time, bro, 100%, bro. Especially in the certain, you know what I'm saying, the kids need their mother type of thing, bro. I'm still going to be there, but a kid do need their mother. So yeah, at a certain point in time, 100%. But when the kids start to get at a certain age and them thing there, bro, you know what I'm saying, oh, you get me. I kind of want to live that life where I have multiple businesses and them thing there, and I do have multiple business ideas, but to the point where I don't have to be there for every single one and that. So if I do want to take a 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 1 month, 2 month, I can do that perfectly and that, bro, you know what I mean? But as a woman, from the time you get to a certain stage where your kids kind of can be independent and them thing there, bro, I need you to like want to actually do something with your life type of thing, bro. You know, not just be chilling at yard and you get me.
And
watching
they
Real
start
Housewives
having children, she should be willing to give up whatever career she has to go and raise a family.
Like, that is fine, like that's fine, but there are women that also want to have a career.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so difficult. I'm saying yes.
I don't really have female friends whatsoever.
No.
Yeah, you can.
How come you're saying no?
It just never works. There's always going to be a level of attraction. If that's ever on the table.
Although that is what I was gonna say, bro. You know what I'm saying? For example, when I was in school and that, bro, and there was girls that I was cool with and them thing, they always kind of got to that stage where it's like, okay, I can see there's a little bit of a certain going in here, bro. You know what I mean? But I never had like a fully like female friend in them thing there, like kind of like the man them and that. I've never had that connection with the woman in it, so you know what I mean? But I still think it's possible though, 100%.
That's not a real friendship.
Yeah, of course.
It's disingenuous. So why did you say yes?
I say yeah because I do believe that you can be friends with someone of the opposite sex.
You have male friends?
Yes, but I'm starting to realise, don't get me wrong, like as I'm getting older and from experiences, I'm realising that a lot of the time men are just trying to sleep with me, and like a lot of them have played the long game like I am.
And you still...
No, but because I do have like 3 good guy friends that wouldn't sleep with me, like genuinely.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because they always tell me they're like, try and like go get married and just settle down and just...
Are they in long-term relationships?
One of them is, yeah.
Okay.
That's what I mean, and even like...
What about the single one?
His missus like invites me round to barbecue, like I get on with her, like it's nice, it's a nice unit, you know.
The single one wouldn't sleep with you?
No.
You want to test?
No.
Why not?
I'm not doing that.
I thought he's your friend. You could trust him.
He is my friend.
You call him up.
And say what then?
I'm so horny. I'm grilling and this guy sucks. I need to meet you in my car real quick.
Yeah, he'd actually tell me to shut the fuck up. Genuinely.
Okay, well, you won't call him up. I know what he would say. Let's be honest. But it's fine. You can continue living in the delusion. What do you say in London? She's waffling about. She's chatting shit, fam. Come on, blood. She's...
This guy just said you're waffling about, blood. Okay, then this guy is an idiot, blood. Oh my days.
She's waffling about. She's chatting shit, fam. Come on, blood. She's chatting. The same way that you're living in the delusion about your single friends, you should apply that to when you settle down with a successful guy and he's going out on business trips and maybe he finds a girl once in a while. Just ignore that the same way you're ignoring the fact that your single friends would absolutely destroy you if given the opportunity.
Honestly, man.
What?
Huh?
Honestly, I'm so sick of this, men and women can't be friends. I'm not being funny.
1 minute.
Maybe he finds a girl once in a while. Just ignore that the same way you're ignoring the fact that your single friends would absolutely destroy you if given the opportunity.
What?
Huh?
Honestly, I'm so sick of this, men and women can't be friends. I'm not being funny. If you're too insecure to accept the fact that your partner has someone that's a friend of the opposite sex, that's a you problem.
If you're a liberated woman...
Not necessarily, bro. Not necessarily, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because we always hear it and that. For example, a man has to be quite attractive and that to have traction in them thing. The average man has to be quite good looking in them thing there to constantly have traction, gal in his DMs and that. But a woman can be a very average woman, below average woman, bro. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully and them thing there and still have shit going for her and that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So not necessarily, bro. You got to be careful in that. Man, them are predators out here and that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You get me? So if I'm a predator and other man out here a predator, why the hell would I let a predator just come next to my wife and them to there and chat? Like, I'm an idiot for that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now, man. You gotta have your instincts about your wits about you. Not every single man is out here for a friendship and that. And certain man don't care. You know what I'm saying? Don't care about principles and morals and them thing there, bro. They don't care if a woman's married and them thing there, but they're mashing anyway. You get me?
And it doesn't matter, and you're on a new path.
I'm liberated sexually, 100%.
Oh.
Like, I will do...
You're liberated.
As in the sense of, like, I will do what I want to do for me, but it doesn't mean... Like, my term of sexually liberated doesn't mean that you need to be going out having sex with everyone. Mine just means I can, if I choose to do it and I want to do it and I want to wear that, then I'll do it.
So you're liberated?
I'm liberated. I'm just a liberated person in general. Like,
you're liberated sexually, though?
Yeah, I'm not sexually in the sense of, like, how you're trying to...
Free at last, free at last.
I think you should just be free regardless. Like, do whatever you want to do for you. As long as you're not harming anyone, hurting anyone, breaking up families, cheating... and do what you want.
You want to know why you're not actually sexually liberated?
Why?
Because liberated means you're free from everything. You're free from judgment.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm liberated, but I'm...
If you were actually liberated, you would tell me the number.
Yeah, but I don't care. Like, as in, I don't care, if that makes sense.
If you don't care, then you can tell me.
Whether I'm liberated or not, it's got nothing to do with you.
The reason that you won't tell me is because you care.
I don't think it's free. Listen, I don't think women are free in that sense. Like, as much as...
So you're not liberated?
I'm liberated, but I don't think I'm free when it comes to
those words are synonyms.
Does that make sense? Like, I can feel
free. And this is what I'm talking about.
I...
Sneako's done it and she's done it and that in terms of trying to use certain words in them and getting them misconstrued and using the wrong wording and that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And now trying to dance around it. You get me?
I'm not free with society the way that it is. And I can't be bothered. Like, anything you say will just get manipulated and twisted and I can't be bothered to deal with it.
You give it. Your Sneako's definitely saying no. Oh!
You do?
I do. And they're gonna, see, I'm honest about it. I'm actually liberated. With my...
Oh, that's why you're doing it to prove a point that you're more liberated than me.
No, that's not, well, actually, yes, I am, because I'm being honest right now, and you can't be honest. This is not accepted in my space. Everyone's against this, but with the woman that I love, the main, I don't just do it. The woman I love, I do enjoy it. I do enjoy it.
Oh my God, excellent. Oh, good.
Just with the main one. I understand, blah, blah, blah.
For that one question.
I'm honest.
Good. Well, that's good that you do it. I feel like...
I didn't like the way you said that.
What do you mean? Oh, good.
What do you mean, aw?
I'm shocked. I was really expecting a no.
Same here.
So it's nice to have someone...
It's nice?
No, it's nice to have a guy come on here and be like, no, it's good, I enjoy it.
I'll change my answer.
No. The reason why I'm saying it's nice...
I'm done.
No, it's nice because you understand, like, pleasure. You can't change it. Like, you understand pleasure, you understand a woman's body, and I feel like it's just, as a woman, I'm speaking as a woman, it's not nice to lay in bed with a man and have him just fuck you and not care if you have come. You know, so if a man does go down on you, loves your body, shows appreciation, it's much better, and you will get a better result because she's more likely to give you better sex as well.
You can respect a random guy that's just going to give you head first night?
No.
The difference is head is expected for the women, no matter like what level of relationship. It's just foreplay. It means nothing.
So this is why everyone's got it all messed up. Like, that is not just something as accessible as that. Like, that's an intimate thing. What do you mean nothing? See, I was really giving you some flowers then.
It's like, I take the flowers, but I don't want them. It's just like foreplay. It's just like kissing. That's just standard. This is how we start. But this is like a different level.
No, but it's true though, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's...
Girl come into a man's yard, you know what I'm saying, giving the slappy tapita and then going in yard is a regular thing. But a man going to a girl's yard, giving the slappy tapita and going like, what the, you're an idiot. Like, you know, I am the two guy. He's definitely right.
I'm saying it's beautiful. So I'm glad you said yes.
Just don't want
men
to
are supposed to give women the flowers.
Like, I said
you
this,
see how this messed up the... I should have lied.
No, it's good. Now you've got probably more women interested.
I need to eat, bro. Bro.
You think so?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
What is wrong with a man wanting to please his woman? Especially if she's your main and gives you your peace and spiritually protects you.
You can't maintain your masculinity and give head to a woman.
Yes, you... How does that take away your...
This Sneako guy, I don't... The thing he equates masculinity to, bro, genuinely, I don't get it, man. You know what I'm saying? I actually don't get it.
Masculinity, like, it doesn't even make sense.
If I do, like, if I'm doing doggy style, I'm hitting it for the back. You're still, like do it in the air.
Do what?
Give head. Like, as a man to a woman, what does it look like?
What do you mean?
You got to lay on here, you put it, and then... I can't recreate that motion right now and still maintain masculinity.
Yeah, but you could do it manly. You could, like, grab her.
There's no manly way.
Yes, it is. You could pull her to the end of the bed,
and
grab her.
what's your face doing?
Whose?
What's the man's face doing? Even if I'm hoisting up here.
You'd be on your...
On my knees? Haram.
What? But no one says it's just me and you, or you and your woman.
God sees it.
You know?
I'm just gonna bring another girl in. Let her do it. It doesn't need to.
Nah, man getting his ass eaten, that's haram, blood. That is haram. There's no possible position that you can be in as a man, bro, and get your ass eaten and say that you kept your masculinity, bro. Legs in the air, on all foot. Astaghfirullah. You know
my tongue, the only reason that she wants it to be my tongue is that she wants a level of power, garbage. I will bring in a unicorn that loves us both, and she can do the haram for me.
But it's just an intimate thing between you and that person.
Unicorn,
so no one's seeing that. So you ain't got to worry about what other men think, or this is a bad angle for, because men are going to make me look like I'm
it's not
this, that. Like,
it has nothing to do with it. God is looking at you and saying, simp.
No, he's not. Listen, I'm telling you now to all the men.
Simp.
No, he's not. Listen.
The hell was that, bro? I don't think I wasn't going to catch that. Sorry, people, blood. Can you be friends with your ex?
Listen, I'm telling you now, to all the men that even listen to this, it is the most attractive thing when a man is able to step into his power and even just submit to a woman in the moment. And it's not even submitting, it's just nice.
I was about to say, bro, ain't no one submitting to anything in that, bro. You know
to please your woman. Why wouldn't you want to do that?
And then that eat tuntun probably just enjoy doing it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not about submitting, bro. You get me? Maybe for a man that do it.
Like you would.
You picked up the wrong card.
Other woman only, bro. You know what I mean?
What's yours?
No. Yes.
What? This is what's how are you telling me to click no? Click, press, pick up. Oh my god.
Absolutely not.
But you can.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's okay for you to be friends with your ex and not me? There's no difference. Are you all right?
You can't tell me.
You can't tell me no.
You can't tell me what to do.
I'm telling you to not tell me what to do.
Huh?
Yeah.
No, you can't. You can't speak to. You're not allowed to speak to other men.
And wait, did he say I was the deluded one? Really?
And you can't. No male friends. No male influences. That's disgusting.
That's what I'm saying.
Why would you want to stay friends with your exes?
Why would you want to?
Because it's just she's there. She's still, you know. I can bring her over once in a while, but I'm still keeping in contact with her.
If it's a genuine friendship, then
Bring
it's
her
understandable.
over.
But I think
That is crazy, bro. That is crazy. Man said I'll invite my ex over every once in a while.
depends on the dynamic.
Not even your baby mums, you know. Man said your ex.
So what are you going to be doing with
crazy.
your exes? What are you going to be doing with them?
That we just catch up. I actually am
Catch up?
an ex.
She is 100% keeping him as an option. Everybody watching this knows.
I have an ex that I am not in regular contact, but I do talk to.
But I say you can talk to them and that, bro. But yeah, it has to be a virtual distance and that, bro. Ain't no linking in real life. Ain't no going on a date. Because I always say it, but all it takes is for you, man, to pass at that first little bus stop that you, man, first kissed at, that first little building, that first little ice cream shop. You, man, got your first ice cream on. Next thing you know, you, man, are in the McDonald's public toilets going absolutely crazy, blood. I don't need that in my head, fam.
About what?
Just we have a catch up. Hey, how's you? How's your mum? How's life? Oh, it's good. Like, glad to see you doing really well. That's it. That's it.
You know what?
Why do you need to do that though? If you see each other in public and you do that, then calm. You know what I'm saying? We're not like intentionally like we're meeting up. Like you just, oh yeah, passing by. Oh yeah, that's my man that I used to, you know, oh hi, calm. Well, just general talk to your wagwan, like, what are you doing, bro? You know, that's not your brother, fam.
You know what that is? You're keeping each other around as options.
No, definitely not.
That's exactly what that is.
It's genuinely not as options. It's just, you know what it is? It's like, genuinely that ex, there's just a lot of love there in the sense of...
Oof.
No, but it's not I love them. No, but there's love.
Imagine. We know. It is what it is.
No, don't. Let me land. Let me land. Like, there's that love in the sense of it was like, this was 10 years ago and... Like,
so you still love each other?
No, it's not love. I'm not...
So what is it?
It's just there's genuine care. It's nice. Like...
Care?
Yeah.
Care is love. It's the same thing. Stop lying. You used to share the most intimate parts of your body. Come on.
This person helped me for a hard time.
Right.
So it would be a shame to not be able to like...
Yeah. That's completely different, bro. Not every ex helps you through a hard time and that, bro. You know what I'm saying? They put you through a hard time, blood. You know what I'm saying? So it's different if you're going through some next traumatic experience and this ex actually helped you through that. That's completely different and that, bro. But every single relationship doesn't end like that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Have a conversation or catch up with them for a coffee every once in a while. Just because it's nice to have had that there. But don't get me wrong, moving forward, if there ever came a point where I'm in love with my man and he gave me an ultimatum, of course I'm choosing my man. But I would hope that my man would trust me enough to know what kind of woman that I am and I wouldn't go back there or with them. Like, once I'm done with you, we're good, like, it's cool.
That ultimatum has to happen with the guy that you're actually in love with because you are keeping him around as an option.
I'm not. This is don't.
100%.
No, I'm not. Like, genuinely, I'm not. And that's the thing. Like, don't just make your assumptions just because maybe you've experienced and seen it with other women and other people can't hold friendships. But one thing I'm fucking good at is being a good person and having my morals. And I'm a loyal person. Okay. So I can't have someone try and
so you're
tell
not
me that
actively thinking of it that way because that's how women are. That's how good they don't think in reality. You're not going to actually think that this guy's an option. The truth is, he is.
He's not. He's genuinely. It's not what I think. He is not. He's not. He's got a girlfriend. He's not an option.
Right.
He's like genuinely.
Do you know what you are to him?
Not an option.
An option.
No, I'm not.
Do you think he's attractive?
Well, I did at one
know what man's
point, but
thinking?
now, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, I could probably say if you said, "Oh, is he good looking?" I'd probably say, "Yeah," but not for me. Just because.
Why not for you? You still care about him?
I've been there. Like, Joe, like. I am the type of person, like, when you outgrow a situation, it's like a job. I won't go back there. When you outgrow something, it's just not for you anymore. This is what I'm saying, though. Like, because of your actions and the way you behave, just because you might sleep with an ex doesn't mean that I would. Like, I'm actually a very trustworthy, loyal person.
Yeah, but there's two people involved in the situation, though, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's not just you, bro. You're uncognizant.
What would you do if my ex was after you?
After me how? He wants to fight?
Yeah.
I guess we gotta fight.
Absolutely murked off the map, blood, though.
Why do we have to resort to fighting first? Like, have a conversation. Not everything is violence.
If he's after me and he's, yeah, we have to sort it out.
Why can't you just do it through a conversation?
He's after me? Mm-hmm. After me doesn't sound like he's after a conversation.
Listen, my YG's are setting pace on you, man. That's all I'm saying.
Talk.
Okay, I'll try to talk to him, but if he's really that angry, then it has to go, if it has to go that way, it has to go that way.
Okay, what if he beats you? Would you then...
Guess you guys are back together.
Like, I'd still wipe your face. It's okay, babe.
You would not respect me the same way anymore. Like, maybe we would stay together, but it would never be the same.
What would you do if I had cheated?
She agrees.
Would you really?
Yeah, you got... What? Why is she saying, would you what? You just cheated, you. Of course I'm leaving, blood. That's like the ultimate trust breaker right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, the hell? Like, come on now, man. There's nothing else that amounts to that, bro. Unless we have like children and you like go give our child to like some mad stranger, maybe that as well, bro. You know what I'm saying? But you cheat on, man, bro. Like, nah, man. Like, of course I'm leaving, bro. The hell? I ain't even saying anything to you. Just get out the yard and that, bro. You know, I ain't never come back.
Really?
Straight, fam.
You'd walk away?
That's what I would do.
No way.
What do you mean, no way? Why is she acting like she's surprised? What did she expect? I don't know if this is performance for the video, but there's only one option. I'm not staying, and you don't want to be with the guy who would stay.
What would you do if I couldn't cook?
Get you some cooking classes and call your mother and say, you failed. You failed on your daughter.
You can't do that.
What is wrong?
No, yeah, we can do that. We can definitely do that, bro. The hell, bro. I agreed with actually, no, I don't agree with Sneako, bro. I'll definitely call your mum and say you failed. But I ain't getting, you know, cooking classes and that, bro. I'm telling you, one thing about my woman is that she's got to be able to cook, man. You know what I'm saying, bro? And I'm going to be a person that can cook myself, bro. But from the women in my life and that, from my mum, my grandma, my aunties and that, bro. The type of chefs, bro. My sisters, she's a full-on vegan chef and them thing there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, the examples I've had in my life, you got to be able to cook and multiple cuisines as well, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can't even lie to you, bro. You know what I mean? Like, for a woman to not be able to cook and for me to accept it into my home, bro, she would have to be like, beauty would have to be like something I've never seen before. The connection we have, smile, brazy, like something would have to be there, bro. You know what I'm saying? For me to just look past and that, bro. You know what I mean? Because examples like, bro, my mum's the type of person who go into the kitchen, make something for the first time, or just be like, oh, you know what? I've never made this before. I'm gonna try it, but comes out brazy and that, bro. Oh, let me just throw this and this together. Comes out like, you know, this is the examples I've had. Grandma brazy chef, auntie brazy shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, you have to be able to cook to a certain caliber, man. And you have to be able to cook better than me. You know, I shouldn't be able to cook better than you. Sorry. You know, that's my one, you could say traditional, whatever. That's my only one thing. You know, you have to be able to cook better than me, man.
Wrong with you.
Did that actually just come out of his mouth? Wow.
But also, you wouldn't need to cook that much. I like eating out a lot.
So I'm guessing your mum's a really good cook.
She's a stupendous cook.
Amazing. I like the idea of being in a
I need a toilet 1 minute.
Relationship, but I do actually say to a lot of guys, I'm happy to have an open relationship because I've looked into like the polyamorous community.
Oh no.
No, I have, and I've said to that. So I will give you an option.
It doesn't work.
When we first start dating, I will give you an option. Do you want to keep this open?
On both ends.
100%. They will say no. So
yeah, it doesn't work.
So then
I tried it. The only reason you're asking for that is because you have a lot of.
Yeah, we know you tried it, bro. But the way you tried it was on an absolute extreme and that, blood. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Yeah, man.
Ego, and you think that it needs to be fair in every single way.
Yeah, it does need to be fair.
It doesn't, because I'm paying for everything. There's double standards. The reason you're asking for an open relationship is because I have an open relationship and you think it needs to be fair, not because you actually have a desire to go sleep with a bunch of random guys. You're afraid to even say your body count right now. If you were just like that willing and liberated to just go sleep with a bunch of dudes, then you would be unhappy and you would have that glazed look in your face. But you don't actually want to do that. You want to be committed to one guy. You want to have that long-term relationship.
It's just about finding the person that you can align with.
Have you actually tried a polyamorous relationship before?
Yeah.
I have too.
How was that?
It does not work.
I think polyamorous relationships can work, but I think also with it, like in reality, it's most likely like given the option, women actually don't sleep around. We don't want other people. So I feel like if you as the man can control the situation, you hold a lot of power, being able to give energy and time with both women that they both desire. It's not having one favourite. It's not having a too high difference in age gap to stop jealousy within the women.
But I want four. I want 4 wives.
Or you better control your business then and know how to do it.
Get into it. That's why I need to go on all these trips.
What would you do if I wanted to invite others into our sex life?
Absolutely not.
Really?
No. I mean, it depends. Is it a girl?
Could be.
If it's a girl, yes. If it's a guy, oh no. I tried it before.
Yeah, oh really? Yeah, I've heard.
I went to a swinger party like in a previous relationship, trying to make, because I listened to this like, yeah, well, it needs to be fair. No.
So you watch someone else?
I swapped with a couple.
You swapped with a couple?
Yeah.
So that would be, what's that, like a cuckold, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I swapped with a couple and I didn't like the other girl. It's just, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. And seeing how, like, that's the #1 thing that people will always criticize me for, isn't that proof enough in the pudding? If that's like something that people will make fun of you for, and that's like every single video that people use to cancel me, they always bring that up. That's proof. Even the liberal people, and that's kind of accepted in that ideology, they'll use that to shame me. Yeah. Clearly, it doesn't work. Nobody will shame me. I have multiple girlfriends. Nobody will be like, this guy has multiple girlfriends, because that's a respected man. A humiliated man is a guy who's sharing his girl.
No, he's definitely lying. I'm telling you, cuckold. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's an alright fetish to have.
Do you have any fetishes?
It's not a fetish. I appreciate feet. I think they're nice.
Feet?
I like looking at people's feet because I think they're nice.
I did not think you were going to lead with feet.
I like...
Ew, you suck toes?
No, I don't suck toes.
You sucked a toe.
No.
Foot fetish? She's freaky. That was a freaky answer.
I wouldn't say it's a fetish. It's more of a fantasy. So I used to like be into vampires and stuff. So like role play as a vampire.
You like biting and stuff?
Firstly, if you do role play, you have to go full role play.
A lot of people bite anyway, blood. Oh, you man have nibbled on the neck before, nibbled on the little, you know, you get me, blood. So, anyway, she's actually trying to get dressed up like Dracula and them thing there. Yo, what's a female vampire called, bro? Draculina? I don't know.
Whatever it is.
Vampire? She's weird, but that's my kind of weird. But I know these types of girls, you're going to leave with a bunch of scars and it's going to be a war when you go in there.
Right. What would you do if I earned more money than you?
Did we start the relationship that way?
Yeah.
We wouldn't be in a relationship.
If we didn't start the relationship that way.
And then you got a raise and then you started making a lot more. Guess I got to get a raise too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't let that happen. I would have to, because if a woman makes more than her man, then she ends up belittling him, and I actively can't be emasculated.
So the ego comes and pushes through, so you earn more.
The male ego is important, though. There's a common theme from feminists now that they're like, the male ego is a bad thing and I need to be equal.
I don't think it is, by the way. I don't think it is. Like, you need ego to step into certain situations. It's just...
Yeah, the male ego is a really important thing to keep the world going forward. It doesn't have to be toxic masculinity. That's what creates society. That's what makes buildings taller. That's the reason that countries exist, and that's why people innovate and people create new things is in competition. And competition needs ego to thrive.
What would you do if I couldn't come?
Ooh.
Better use that
I'd
mouth,
break
babe.
a sweat. No, not... Yeah, I gotta start breaking a sweat. Go round 4, round 5, we gotta get there. It's a mental thing, so I gotta figure out what I'm not tapping into mentally to make you feel comfortable enough to let loose and just forget about everything and just be in the moment. And if I can't get you there, then I'm doing something wrong. It's my fault.
Oh, you think?
It is.
I like that. I'm like, men, take notes with that one.
But also, the female orgasm is not that important. Just serves no purpose.
This is what I'm saying. Every time I'm like, oh my God, yes.
It's a complete waste of time.
Like, all Sneako cares about is what everyone else thinks, because look, I feel like deep down, he really wants to please a woman, but his ego won't allow it. So look, genuinely, if you really was like, yeah, women, them come in, everything like that, I was actually thinking, you might be one of my favorite people on here. But now I'm just like, no.
It's funny though how you talk about the male ego. The only reason that I would have the dedication to make you come is because of my ego.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. But
so now you like the male ego.
No, I like when it's about
when it's about you
having an orgasm.
Pretty ego.
Then 100% I care about the male ego.
Right.
Make me come.
She's got a massive ego. This girl. It's going to be a lot to tame. I think it's still tameable. Maybe I'm simping by saying that, but somebody can come in and fix this woman. But you coming doesn't matter at all.
This guy literally be having nightmares about simping, and this guy literally be having nightmares about giving a girl flowers and getting nothing in return. I'm telling you, bro. This guy be waking up in cold sweats and having to change the bed sheets, bro. Why does he keep mentioning that word so much, bro?
If you are completely in love with me, then you would just come off the fact that I'm feeling pleasure. When I come, life, creation, purpose. When she comes, she's on my bed sheets and I gotta wash them.
I think deep down, you would be a very great, passionate, innocent lover, but
you like a little bit of cream,
too much
man.
about
You know
what the rest of the world
like,
thinks, so you don't want to
idiot,
love women or go down on them. But I think deep down.
I said yeah.
Yeah, but you always go back on what you say. Like you say it, and then you think because you see me smile too much, you're like, you, CHIAN. Actually, no.
Okay, well, because I'm an honest person and I can't lie. I regret saying it because of your reaction. And this is why.
So you didn't want me to smile, so you actually don't want me to be happy.
It's not that I don't want you to be happy. You have to unlock it.
Sneako, how do you think the date went?
I enjoyed it.
The same.
This went horribly,
I enjoyed it more
man.
than I thought I would, to be honest with you. So yeah.
Unless she enjoyed the dynamic of them going back and forth and that, but then I can see how it, you know what I'm saying, how she enjoyed it. But in terms of like how she's gonna rank this personally, bro, this one of the lowest ones still.
Apprehensive when dates come, you know.
She smiled like twice, bro, genuinely.
And so far you've been alright.
Yeah, I could have made you understand reality a little more, but it's a date setting, so.
See, just when I was starting to like you. Well, thank you for coming.
Hey, cheers. I appreciated it. I really enjoyed it. It flew by. That was 2 hours. It felt like 30, to be honest. And a lot of haram behavior. I would go on another date.
You know what? Like, it was an all right date. Like, we got on. I feel like it was just in the middle. I didn't hate him, but I didn't love him.
I would see her again. Just out of curiosity, and then probably go back to America.
Oh God, the cheating. And I definitely feel like his ego takes over and he doesn't really say what he really wants to say.
I think there was some good flirting, there was some good back and forth, we have a little bit of chemistry, and I almost looked past the body count. I almost started like, oh, maybe I can fix you, which I need to train out of myself. I was realizing that if I am vibing this much with a haram woman, I need some work.
Do you know what? It might come as a surprise. I probably would see him again.
Oh, that was light work. I handled the grilling. It was easy. Easy.
No, I definitely grilled him. I thought there was a lot of times he actually stumbled and was speechless.
I think she's going to go between a 5 and an 8, depending on what she was thinking waiting after the date. If we're being honest, I think that was an 8 for her. I don't know how well she scored other people, but I think I'm gonna get pretty high up on there, optimistically. If I get under a 5, then I put L's in the comment section. Yeah.
To be fair, I'm gonna say like there was a lot of things that I didn't like about him. I didn't like.
By the way, she's acting. I'm thinking like 6'7".
His beliefs in
like
cheating.
6.5. She's gonna give him.
That he changed his answer, where he was like 1 minute he wanted to say he pleased women, and next he didn't. I feel like that's his ego coming in, and I feel like deep down he could be a really nice like boyfriend, So overall, I'm gonna give him a 7.2.
Oh, matching. Even higher than that. So who was the last person? Wait a minute, my keyboards are moving mad. Hold on.
Down, he could be a really nice like boyfriend, So overall, I'm gonna give him a 7.
Who the hell is Donny, bro? Trust Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed, bro. Shout out Sneako, shout out CHIAN and that. Good conversation. Certain things that both of them are wild in on and that, bro. And I'll catch you man the next one. It's your boy Jazz and I'm bad man in a bit people, bro.
Yeah, level my style, you know star. Don't try clash, this a vibes, not war and track. Favorite dumpling, styler, sweet, Milo, vibes, rhino, bounce. Pandy Riverside, Cairo. Move 1, 2, 2-step and gyro. Move with the times, man. Try style, man. Who ya style, pan. Outdo and style, man. If you can't style, man, move to this.